All right, guys. Good morning. How you doing? Nothing to offer. Back again. We're gonna do some reaction content today. See how it does. We're gonna do the news. I'm gonna go top to bottom. This isn't a political channel or anything like that, so we're gonna skip a lot of the news. Especially, this is I guess, North American, United States kind of stuff. So we are gonna. It's an election cycle, so lots and lots of stuff is gonna get skipped. Again, we don't do politics here, but we're going to talk about different things. I'm just going to go top to bottom and just be reactionary. That's what the YouTube algorithm likes. So let's go. First thing, Grand Teton grizzly bear number 399 that delighted visitors for decades is killed by a vehicle in Wyoming. I don't know if you guys are aware, but there's been a lot of deaths of bears lately that have been hitting the news. But all I have to say about that is being a bear seems like a really kind of tumultuous kind of life. Killed by other bears, now they're getting run over. I don't know if I care that much. I do. They look so cute and cuddly from those pictures, but those things would bite your face into. So just remember that if you ever feel like bad for the bear, it would kill you and it wouldn't even care. It would eat your liver. Skipping that. We're skipping a bunch of stuff here. Okay. The world, we're also going to skip a lot of that because, I mean, I don't want to get too serious here. Hurricane Oscar in Cuba. Yeah. They had a power outage lately. It hit the news. War in Europe and the Middle East, that's news. I don't have any reaction to that. I just feel like it's a tumultuous situation. I wish we would de-escalate instead of escalate. That's my official reaction to that. De-escalation, not more escalation. Can we solve our problems with words instead of bombs? McDonald's E. coli outbreak. That's news right now. A lot of that has to do with we have to process and produce so much food for everyone that it's like, of course, these processes are wrought with problems. They need to make AI that can feed people. Oh, CrowdStrike is getting sued. Yeah, that was a big deal. That was just bad testing. They released that code, and they didn't test it in wide enough situations. Or it's definitely like that was egg on their face. They're gonna probably, I don't know. I guess they still exist. CrowdStrike. Anyone's curious about CrowdStrike? That's like a virus software or some kind of security software it was for Windows machines, I guess, and then but they use them in kiosks a lot, and so we all thought it was like a big hack, but it wasn't. It was just bad QA on code because they released some update that just broke everything. Which, yeah, it happens. Write your unit tests, everyone. Make sure every public method has a unit test. I don't know if it wasn't. It seemed kind of nuts and boltsy, like down in the guts of the computer that it caused it. So anyway. Tesla stock is up. Yes. I don't know what you guys like, Tesla or dislike Tesla. I'm not a Tesla fanboy. I like watching everyone melt down over it, but also, you know what it is? Elon Musk he does some crazy stuff that's sort of like, whoa, dude. I don't know. What do you expect? He's a freaking Bond villain. Nvidia's back on top. Yeah. I love their cards. I should have invested in that stock. That stock blew up like crazy. Ooh, Jimmy John's got a new sandwich. Oh, giant pickle. Dude, that's like salt on a salt. There's so much salt in that. It's just like, that's probably 9,000% salt daily intake. Boeing's going to exit the space race. Oof, that's interesting. They've really kind of been, I don't know. I want to keep my language like kind of low on this one, but they've been kicking the pooch, as it were. United Health data breach. Yeah, that's gonna happen a lot. There's gonna be like no data that isn't known now in the future. Keep your private keys private, everybody. Waymo. Oh yeah, raises from Alphabet. They're gonna get ready for the automated car driving thing. This is all business, but it's like tech business, I guess. I'm sure I mean, because that's what basically Tesla said they're going to get into. But I'm telling you, those little cars they had that were supposed to, quote unquote, self driving. There was like a guy somewhere else that was driving those cars. My guess. Even Elon Musk said that, mentioned something about full self driving is probably not. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty far off. But that doesn't mean. I don't know. I guess the service will be just people. Until we can. I don't even know. It's crazy. Oh, Tether's coming up. So if you guys are aware of Tether, let's talk about the Tether problem real quick. Tether is a what do they call it? A stable coin. It is a one-to-one representation of the USD. It is used for trading, and also for you can buy things with it, all kinds of stuff. Tether is like widely known. The problem with Tether, let's get into that. The company is like 11 people. They set up Tether. They were one of the first on board. The valuation is that so much that and these numbers might be old. Actually, CoffeeZilla has a really good video on this. So if you guys ever want, if anyone is interesting, I would recommend going over there. I think it's CoffeeZilla. Somebody has talked about this. I think it's CoffeeZilla. So every employee is worth something like $11 billion or something in that company because of the way the Tether is valued. The coin itself is basically what props up the international crypto market because of the way that it's leveraged against trades in the crypto exchanges. It's like if you want something that's going to stable and trade against, you get Tether against Bitcoin or maybe another coin that's like volatile, and then you have the trades back and forth between them, and like Tether stays the same, so the other one will go up and down and give you that bell curve, so you can like make your trades at the top and the bottom of the bell curve. Everyone thinks that Tether. Well, there's a lot of question about how much money Tether actually has on the books and how much money they actually have like available, and they say that it's X amount, but everyone is very, very curious. Maybe it's not X amount. Maybe it's way, way less. And that's scary because if they just rug pulled, those people just rug pulled. First off, I think it's too public. I think that they know this is happening. I think the biggest problem they have is that the value, like they don't have the money to back up the value of the token. Because their books aren't published like that, and they're also like I don't know where the company is at. It's somewhere where they don't have like the Caribbean is somewhere they would it's somewhere where they don't have basically eyes on all the time. I'll tell you, there's light at the end of the tunnel here. So there's a lot of options. PayPal has a coin, so does Coinbase. What's going to happen? Most likely, and this is going to be hard pill to swallow for crypto people, so just listen, is that Tether is going to either rug pull or get in trouble with the law, just like FTX. They're going to go to try to pay up, and they're not going to have the money, just like every other Ponzi scheme in the world, right? It is going to be like a freaking earthquake on the crypto markets. Now, will it destroy the crypto? Will it destroy crypto? If people are aware of it and they they get the thing to turn. So the whole thing is maybe it won't happen. That actually may not happen. They may just that value has to go somewhere. I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. Is the value the actual worth of it is nowhere near close to the value. It's like everything's underwater. But that'll be a global kind of like. So it's gonna cut when Tether does that. When Tether does collapse, which I'm not speculating here. So they may not. There's a lot of stuff that could happen. But this is a real like a possible eventuality. As Tether collapses, somebody says, "Hey, where's the money at?" And they're like, we spent it on I don't know what, a government, a small like 20 small islands, something stupid." And it's just not worth that anymore. They all got flooded. I don't know. It is going to be like dropping atomic weapons onto the city of cryptocurrency. It is going to be like just the crypto world is going to be razed to the ground. So that's fun. Yeah. Something to look forward to. I would say, save your cash and just make sure when that earthquake does come, just buy. When it's worth almost nothing, buy as much as you can. I don't know. It may not happen that way. Actually, I hope it doesn't. I hope it stays more stable. Forever, people were saying that it was supposed to be stable. So I don't know. Crypto. Okay. Moving on. So there's this article about Walmart and this girl and the woman, and it's so odd. I guess the she died in the walk-in oven. My thoughts are just like, well, how did that happen? I don't understand. She probably wanted that to happen, and I guess I feel bad. It's a weird, so it's a tragic story, or it's just weird. I feel like if you were a time traveler, you'd have to gauge, you'd have to gauge real quick about what happened by the news. But dude, you'd get so confused. It's the same stuff happens over and over again. All right, technology. Ooh, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. I'm about to due for an upgrade actually, so I think I'm gonna get a Galaxy next, like a nice one, with the screen and the display port. Maybe I'll try an iPhone. I don't know. Here's a picture. They're talking about. I don't know what this article is about. I'm not going to read the headline, but they're talking about. The picture is how they caught that rocket with the chopsticks. Dude, I know that's so crazy. Like people are just, like, have you seen that? It is amazing. I don't know. The I also thought of this meme that I saw the other day on Reddit. It was like the guy's yelling at his team. He's like, "Did you see they could catch it? They caught it with chopsticks, and you guys can't even get the colors right in the dark mode." A little software humor there. It's like that sometimes. Apple's behind on development of AI. Yeah, I bet they are. To me, Apple technology wise hasn't really like progressed in the last couple of years. I like the cameras. I mean, those cameras are amazing, but it just phone don't do it for me. Porsche made a new race car, GT3 Touring. It looks nice. Yeah. I wish I had one. That's exactly what I could buy. If I had the money, if I had the place to put it. I don't have any of that. I live in a freaking hole in the wall. It's nice to look at, I guess. And they couldn't even, this picture is like, it's a low res picture. Like, give me a high res picture. Come on. It does look like every other 911 ever. So I don't know. It's just looking at the same car over and over again. Oh, there's a 7 petawatt laser to hopefully achieve nuclear fusion. That's cool. Like a new way of getting power. It's interesting to think about. Oh, OnePlus 13's out. Those are nice phones. The OnePlus. They have nice stuff. I always think about getting one, but I'm a little too bougie on my technology to. Even though they're actually like flagship, the OnePlus. But I don't know. I should just try one day. I've never tried one because there's always been something else that I was like, oh, this is just the same price, but it's like whatever. Oh, Star Citizen spinoff Squadron 42 will release in 2026. I've talked about this before. Um, that whole situation is just silly. It's like basically they've never made a game ever, and they say they're going to release a. I mean, it's going to be like a debut release for them, isn't it? I mean, they have the beta for Star Citizen, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be very good. I think it's like the first. I don't know. Maybe they'll blow it out of the water, and it'll be like the beginning of the new age of Star Citizen. I have a lot of high hopes because I thought like Starfield was going to be like that, but Starfield was just fall out 100,000 times with like one building on every map. It was 100,000 Fallout like squares, land masses with like one building on every map, right? Kind of like, and you had to go around. I don't know. When are we getting the new Switch? That's what I want to know. Nintendo. Here. Nintendo, are you listening? When are we getting the new Switch? Is it going to put out high def 4K? Please. Just stop messing. Just stop messing about. I want something that I can stream with that I don't have to buy extra stuff for. I want like high res output, high definition. Nintendo, are you listening? Nintendo ain't listening. All right, that was technology. Oh wait, hold on. So I don't know. None of that stuff. That was. Yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else. Bunch of clickbait, Microsoft nonsense. Okay. Oh, Venom Last Dance Camp is out now. I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it. The last movie I saw that I really enjoyed was Alien Romulus. I recommend that movie if you like aliens or just like action movies or just slasher flicks or just want something that isn't like a piece of dog poo. I mean, it's not like the best movie in the world, but we're in a dry spell for good stuff lately. This is a so this I don't even want to read it, and I can't. I'm not even gonna read it. There's a lot of like just nonsense, like clickbait kind of articles in the world, and it's just like they have the ones that work the best are the ones with the most sensational headlines that are just. If I'm sure if I read the article, it would be like totally just. And I want to read it. I guess the overall outlook on Venom: The Last Dance has been kind of positive. I try not to read full reviews until I've seen it, so that I don't get spoiled. Oh yeah, so they're saying the pink cocaine was found in Liam Payne's system. So in South America, there's this thing called pink cocaine, and it is just a hodgepodge of different stuff. There is some like chemicals in there that are probably just designer kind of like but it is just a freaking salad of different things. My guess is he got high and jumped off that balcony or fell off of it. I don't know. It's tragic. Liam Payne's. The thing is, One Direction. I've heard their stuff and I didn't hate it. It was like fine, but I didn't really follow this guy. This is the most I've even said his name in the last forever because I didn't even know he existed until he died, which is tragic. He shouldn't do drugs if he, you know what I mean? Like he probably did too many or too much and he got sick. and like too high, and was like not used to it and jumped off of like he was in a. I mean, it's just like don't do that. You'll go crazy. We'll do sports, but briefly. I don't think sports is all that interesting. Is anyone interested in the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight? I think it's gonna be silly. It's gonna be like everyone's gonna see it though because it's on Netflix, which is weird. Like pay per view on Netflix. It's not even pay per view. It's just a show on Netflix. I'm sure they went to Netflix and said, "Hey, do you want to do this?" And then Netflix was like, "Absolutely." All right, here we're gonna go to science now. Oh yeah, the SpaceX capsule injured one of the astronauts. That's interesting because it seems fine though. They said that so the whole story is that there was a one of I guess it was Boeing's Starliners. Is that right? Boeing's ship was up there, took the astronauts to the International Space Station, but then couldn't return, or they were worried there was a risk of returning on the Boeing thing. Which lately Boeing has really been kind of kicking the pooch. We already talked about that a couple seconds ago. The uh, but they said it was fine. Like once they actually returned the ship to the planet, and they said it was fine. The whole trip, they would have been there was no problem in the end. It was like they thought there was risk, but there was no risk. So now the astronaut in the SpaceX capsule got hurt. I don't know if they're gonna make it like that's what the headline is. I don't know if they're gonna make it like a thing like the space capsule is like whatever. We should be using the other one, the Starliner. Actually, I'm not sure if that's the right name. Uh, I don't know. I think they're just being sensational though. It's like all they have to say is the guy got hurt. It's like, well, no, but they made it back, and it was like a. See, it's kind of and I know. Well, it's kind of an interesting thing now that their private companies are doing space travel. It's if you want to go to the moon, that's how it's going to happen. If a person just wants to go to Mars, it's going to be private industry that gets them there more often than not. I mean, there definitely will be government kind of stuff, but it's going to be if we're going to travel through space, it's going to be like Wayland Utani, not to go back to Alien. Anyway, let's see. No more space stuff, man. This is science. Oh, they found a bug in some amber. I wonder if they're going to bring back the woolly mammoth, and we're going to go like to Jurassic Park. Not a lot of science today. Going down a Wikipedia rabbit hole. Science says you're one of these types. The other thing I like to do in Wikipedia is hit random a bunch and then read the article. Uh, a massive ocean discovered beneath the Earth's crust containing more water than on the surface. That's a kind of sensational article. It's interesting. The conspiracy theorists would be like inner Earth or whatever. So what are they called? I forget. They're one where there's a whole world underneath the crust. Yeah, there probably is a whole world underneath the crust, but King Kong ain't there. It's probably just water that has, water and rock, you know, earth stuff. There might be something living there, but nothing like, stuff that lives in rocks and water. Could be an alien spacecraft. In the water, maybe. I don't know. No, I'm just joking. We'll do conspiracies in here. I mean, I love conspiracies, but I want to preface, if I ever do talk about conspiracies, it's not because I believe in the conspiracy, because that's what people will think. If I'm like, oh yeah, it's that inner Earth theory, they'll be like, oh, do you believe in that? No. The only conspiracy that I kind of sort of think, well, JFK, I mean, I don't think that is even arguable. And the way I'd put it is mostly like JFK, I think there's more than we know about it. And I think our government has something to do with it, but I don't know what it is. And there's so much suspicious stuff surrounding that it's so weird. And then the other one is the moon landings. Although I believe the moon landings happened. I think it's really, 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 people bring up that the first moon landing, I don't know. I think it's just crazy how it happens. I mean, it's so unbelievable that we made it to the moon. If you watch, there's a movie with Ryan Gosling in it on Netflix, it's out there right now. So called like Moon Man or something. And it is all about that specific topic. And man, then we made it. It just was crazy and it was pointless and it was just to show off. And I don't know. It was just there was like, they wanted to do their studying and stuff, but it was like expensive and really traumatic for the people that were involved. I don't know. Anyway. But I would say like a lot of the conspiracies, no, I'm not into like I had to take it by a case basis. Maybe one day I'd talk about that on stream. I don't know. Oh, Saturn's moon Titan has insulating methane-rich crust up to 6 miles thick. There's life on that planet, I promise you. I don't know what kind. Something that likes methane. That's just a speculation. I don't know. It's probably like if you were able to like live there, it's probably like a freaking paradise. But it's not like us. It's not for us, Maybe there's something about it that would exclude life. They say there's an ocean though. Underneath an ice shell. But how is the ice shell? Yeah, I don't know. That's so interesting. It's so like aliens and what we expect. But it's not like that alien, like But it's like because I can understand different layers. It looks like a shot glass with the different layers. One of those shots where it's like the bottom part is like I don't know something, and they go up. Layer to drink, excuse me, not a shot. We don't condone that kind of thing on this channel. It's got to be cold though. I mean, don't you need energy to? How does it? So here's a question, and I don't know the answer. So maybe it just shows how dumb I am. How does it have? So I'm looking at this picture. I wish I could put this picture on the thing. It has like the bottom part's the rocky core. It has high pressure ice on top of that. Then there's an ocean in between, and then on top of that is a layer of ice. How does there layers of ice on the outside, but not the middle part's warm? Where's that? Like, how does that? What's generating the heat in that middle part? I guess would it be? Because if it doesn't have a molten core, which I don't know if it does or not, it says it has a rocky core. I would expect it to just be a big ice ball. But again, I don't think we know exactly what's under that ice shell. It could just be ice all the way down. I would imagine it's more likely that it would be ice all the way down. I don't understand why. Like, what's keeping that ocean like liquid? Could be pressure. That's why it's. I don't know what it is. I'd ask someone that knows more than me on that one. Interesting to think of. That's the Saturn's moon of Titan. And I think that's it. Let's see. Now we're in health. I'm not, I don't know what we're going to find in health. I don't think anything to talk about. Nothing. I don't need, there's a bunch of like, here's one. Recent research suggests that coffee is good for you. No S, Sherlock. All right. That's been the news. Nothing to offer streams. Catch me out there. I'll see ya. Bye.